Vidit, there have been lots of reports in the media recently about Meesho not struggling, I'm just trying to frame this correctly, to raise the next round, the kind of level of valuation that you'd achieved previously. So explain the kind of troubles that you've been dealing with, how you're dealing with those, and your sense on the larger question about whether the startup party is coming to an end.
Sure. I think first of all, I'll start with the point around what is Meesho. As you said, a lot of people don't know.
A lot of the Indian industrialists, like the old timers who've been coming here, they look at what you do and say, okay, but this doesn't make sense, and ye karta kya hai? I heard at least 2 or 3 people ask the same
Correct.
question.
So that's why I want to take a minute and kind of talk about it. So we are an e-commerce platform focused on bringing the small business Indian economy online, right? And why is that important? Because 85% of overall retail in India is unorganized, unstructured, and driven via small businesses. Whereas everything that we saw in e-commerce before us was focused on brands, on organized commerce, right? So this had to come up, like at some point in time. We are building that e-commerce platform for Bharat, like for the next billion consumers, and on the other side, really enabling the smallest of businesses in India to come online and become successful, right? Over the last 12 months, we have had more than 100 million people in India transact with us. Number of people who are on the platform is even more. And on the other side, we have close to 1 million small businesses who are selling their products across the platform. So it's quite significant in that sense. There's that
more pressure now to deliver profits than in the past. Are you seeing the gauge of determining the viability turning from just projections on an Excel sheet to actual path to revenue, and when that starts coming in?
So I don't think, let me say this, the objective has changed. Like things that you were projecting earlier was a lot more around, hey, what is the kind of top line you want? Now the goal is top line and bottom line. I think that's the only thing that has changed. So the objective has changed, but I don't think there's anything fundamentally changing apart from that. Like
Which is a big change.
Yeah,
it's not just a small change, it's a whole different lens.
As Vidit was saying, like you have to grow, you have a phase of growth and then you have a phase of fix. Then you have a phase of growth, then you have a phase of fix. You have to do it. Because if you do it too late, then the cut that you have to do to go back is much, much harder. Like if you ask me, it's a good thing to happen. Like the entire ecosystem will become a lot more disciplined, will focus on the right things. Like you can't have a phase of 5 years when you just focus on growth and then ask that person to make profits tomorrow. You can't do it. So if you ask me, it's a very, very good thing for the ecosystem. And you're right, like I know a lot of my friends, like everyone in the ecosystem, I think we have had to make some hard choices. It's not easy for anyone, but these are the right things to do and people are making it happen. It's tough now, but I think 6 months down the line, all of us will realize that it was a great thing for the ecosystem.